Exactly. No matter what age boys are, one thinks they're faster than the other.
I was thinking about doing my own spin on comedians in cars getting coffee and just doing comedians in alleys racing me.
That's good.
And I just do a little
An
3-minute chit chat with them and then fucking race them.
And I would be there getting high, cheering you guys on.
There you go.
Being like, you got it, to both sides. You got this. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Be the flag girl.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Hottest girl, flag girl.
Okay, we'll need a hotter girl then. Are you fast? Do you think you can beat me in a race?
No, I wasn't. I was never good at sprinting. I was good at long distance. I would always do long distance. No shit.
Oh shit!
You just called me not hot enough to be the flag girl for your alley race, so fuck you.
I've seen some hot girls in that alley. That is a pretty hot alley.
Yeah.
Out in the street, they call it
Uncut Jams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Uncut Jams.
Oh my God, there's a shooting.
Hell yeah!
You're in such a bad neighborhood.
Pop, 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 pop. Gunshots. You know
Call
that?
the police.
Don't call the police. Just unless you're gonna call them and tell them to fucking subscribe to my YouTube. We need to get those numbers up. Call the cops.
Guerrilla marketing. Calling 911.
911. It's
Subscribe to
emergency.
Uncut
I'm not making any money on my YouTube, and the views are low. This is a life or death. That voice that's already butted in before I could introduce her. You know her. You love her. Friend of the show, Hannah Veldoon.
That me.
Hannah, what's the most recent thing that you were crying about?
That I cried about. I don't really cry a lot now because I'm on ADHD medication,
Oh,
so I'm kind
shit.
of just like a robot. Really, release dries up your tears. What have I cried about lately? Oh, I know. My ex messaged me and said some really nice things. Dutch X. Yeah,
The
he
world
said something.
famous-
He said some things I've been waiting for 3 years. So I teared up about that.
What did he say?
Everything was my fault.
It was his fault or
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not my fault.
Yeah. Turns out it was you, actually.
Yeah. And I burst into tears. I've been waiting for you to say that.
It was.
I've been waiting for you to blame me.
It was happy tears.
It was kind of just like emotional tears. I don't know that it was happy or sad, but it was just it was really nice what he said. So
That's nice. When you said you have dry tears now, that reminded me of a classic song, "Dry Cry." Do you know that one?
Is it
"Dry Cry"?
by who?
Sizzla. I believe
No.
it's Sizzla. You
No.
know that one, Danté?
No.
One time
of course
I
not.
on mushrooms I heard
He
that
makes
song.
this shit up.
And I was actually
And then he's like, "Do you know it?" It's like not even a real
no,
song.
it's such a classic. Oh, where's
Not
my,
a song.
Where's that? Oh,
Is that right here?
No, is that it?
You're missing the.
No, that ain't it. I think it's probably under that fucking thing because that's where it was.
Oh yeah, there was a chord over there.
All right. Well,
I might be able to play it through the laptop, but
play it through the laptop. Dry Cry. It's worth
Speaking
pulling
of
up.
which, I
You'd have
made
to
you
turn the
switch
Bluetooth
your
on.
entire podcast studio.
We had to switch it up because we were.
Do you notice anything different, audience?
We respect women around here and their right to try and look as pretty as they can. And
Yeah.
Hannah's god awful from the other side. So
I
she,
am.
So
I'm
she-
literally a monster from my right side, and I'm beautiful from my left side, obviously,
Well-
as the viewer can see.
Exactly. And we want to get the views up. You're the first girl we've had on the podcast. You
Yeah,
don't have
so-
the tits out, so we got to do a lot
Oh,
with the
I
face.
wore a very tight top.
Tight, but not like revealing.
I don't really wear a lot of revealing. I wear tight, but not
You ever seen the
revealing.
Bop House girls? What they do?
What do they do?
Those just have they'll
Fucking-
just spread their legs and have pussy out like camel toe on the fucking while they're doing a podcast.
Right. Okay.
And then people will comment on the live being like, I could smell it from here. And they're like, my pussy actually smells great. It smells like
Yeah.
flowers in here.
click the Bluetooth button. Yeah. Click it again. Is it on?
Okay, try it out.
Oh, here we go. Just make sure the volume's not too high.
Yeah,
All right.
please.
Go for it. Nice. Let's come to a... Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sizzla with Dry Cry. You're out there missing your ex and you don't have any tears left. Sing it.
Dry cry, even tears, even my heart cry, but who cares? Whose fault's no one but myself. Things do happen, words can't explain. Beyond the human reasoning, joy mixed with pain.
Is it ringing a bell?
Sizzla?
Just for us to separate.
Not ringing a bell.
Yeah, that's like sizzling up in your memory. This song, I was on. Let it keep playing until the chorus. I was on mushrooms and I was literally crying tears of joy to this song. Just how happy it made me to hear this song.
How long ago was
those days. Just one of those days. All right, that's enough. Shout out Sizzla. This is your number one.
Shout out Sizzla, and you know, like Sizzla's gonna reach out and ask you to open for him next week.
Your number one podcast.
Literally, this is just Jam's thing now. Like, I don't even know why I'm here. He's just gonna shout out some fucking singer rapper, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh, I got booked on his show because I clipped it." Thanks for showing up, Hannah.
Shout out to Juicy J and La Russell that have.
Can Charli XCX let me fucking open for her? Thank you.
Talk about how she's inspired you as an artist.
You know, I saw Charli XCX before she was fucking famous. Thank you very much. I didn't purposely see her, but I saw her at they're not even listening.
No, you purposely saw her.
I didn't purposely see her.
her.
I accidentally saw her. She opened for Marina and the Diamonds, who now goes by Marina, who's having a random comeback. I don't know if you know that.
Don't know who Marina is or the Diamonds.
I honestly don't know who the Diamonds are.
I know who Lucy is in the Sky with Diamonds.
Similar to that. But she opened for her, and it was at not Budweiser stage. What's the other one? The one that's like the beach stage.
Bud Light stage.
I don't know. Do your fucking fart noise on that. And she opened for her. Okay, can I tell you the story?
I would love to hear your story.
So the story is, I may have told this on another podcast. Sorry for all my one fan out there who's heard this before. I was going to Marina and the Diamonds that night, and the biggest song in the world was "I Don't Care, I Love It."
Right.
No idea. I knew it was fucking what's her face, Icona Pop, and I was like, in my head, I was like, would be so fucking cool to see that song live. I was going to see Marina and the Diamonds, a completely different artist. Charli XCX opens for her. Has no idea who Charli XCX is, but she's like doing well. I was like, oh wow, this is a great opener. Don't know any of these songs. And the very last song, she goes, "I'm gonna play a song that I wrote for my friend Icona Pop." Eruption. Insane. She plays I Love It.
Yeah.
And the crowd banger goes
And
insane.
did she perform it well?
Of course, it's her song.
Yeah, but sometimes the other people could sing it better.
I will
Icona
say
Pop one person?
Icona Pop, I think, is maybe two people, and they have had 0 hits since that song. And Charli XCX is one of the biggest singers in the world. So I'll let you decide who could sing it better.
Sometimes there is these artists that write songs for people that end up having a great career themselves. You know, like
Lady Gaga,
Neo,
Sia,
R. Kelly.
Uh-oh, and now we're in jail.
Yeah, he wrote songs for people. He also committed crimes for people.
That's a big trend right now, is all the songwriters want their flowers. Is raping children, pissing on girls, and all the songwriters want their flowers. Fucking Benny Blanco, Selena Gomez's whatever, fiance is on every TikTok now being like, oh, I wrote that song. It's like, relax.
He wrote
a mid-song.
No, he wrote a good one for Rihanna, didn't he?
He's written a million songs, but in my opinion, the songs that he's written are kind of not that great.
Can you pull up a list of songs that Benny Blanco wrote? Because I know he wrote one good one for...
No, his songs are bangers, but they're not complicated by any means.
Fair. They are...
they're all like fucking... like... He wrote a lot of like Katy Perry songs. Like the songs he writes, please list off his most famous songs, because they're just all like okay.
I don't know what his most famous songs are like.
But I mean,
if you put in list of Benny Blanco songs,
I did.
Okay, so what do we got?
Start naming some famous people.
East Side.
Oh, see that one? Who's crying right now?
That one's not a great one. I don't know.
Oh, do you know that one?
Okay, go for it. East Side?
I met you on the east side. That's the Halsey one.
Not a big fan.
And it's not it's fine, but but like any artist or like I think writer would look at that song and be like, this is 2 notes.
Yeah. What's another one of us? Because
they're all very like ding 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 ding. Please.
No, what were you fixing?
Just so I can see the time.
Oh, okay. Lil Yachty's one of those guys. He writes for a bunch of people.
Oh, so we're just done with the Benny Blanco.
But yeah, I wanted a list of the
Benny Blanco stuff.
Yeah, you said one, and then we just moved on.
Graduation.
Which one?
Friends Keep Secrets again. Lace It. The Party Never Ends.
There's no way these are his biggest hits.
No,
he
they're
wrote a
not.
fucking
They're
song
not.
for
He's
Rihanna.
written Rihanna.
Would you
and Katy Perry,
fucking type in Benny
hold
Blanco
on.
deep cuts?
Top pop
Benny
hits.
Blanco worst songs.
Songs you didn't know Benny Blanco wrote?
Yeah. That's what you wanted,
Benny
right?
Blanco, end of the catalog.
Bottom of the barrel.
I thought he wrote a Rihanna one.
I'm sure he did.
Diamonds.
I was
Shine
going to say,
bright
I
like a
should have just said
diamond.
diamonds. I was going to say diamonds.
That's a banger.
That one doesn't even show up on
Can
the
I just
Google list.
say, not that great of a song, like great song, but not that great writing. Like, do you shine bright like a diamond over and over and over again? That's not great writing. That Rihanna made that song, not him. Agree or disagree?
I'm looking up the lyrics. Let's go. Shine bright like a diamond.
and then sing that 1,000 more times. and
Find
you have
light
this song.
in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I were like diamonds in the sky. Yeah, it's not that great.
It's very bad writing.
I mean, shout out Rihanna.
Shout out
We love
Rihanna.
Rihanna. We
Shout
love
out
Rihanna
Rihanna.
for carrying the tune.
for making that song great.
Moves Like Jagger, written by Benny Blanco.
Again, bad writing.
Banger song, though.
Banger. One of
That's annoying.
in my time as a wedding DJ,
Ugh,
it was
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
number
yeah,
one
yeah.
songs
That's a
to
banger
get,
song.
to get people on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I would say
I'm saying, yes, all of his songs are bangers. But if you're looking at writing, which is what he does, they're not complex
He
or
wrote-
like artistic
But
you
or
know what?
good.
But he made the melody. Then we can give him credit. If he made the melody.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you write a banger,
I'm giving him bangers. I'm allowing him bangers, but I'm not like, wow, you're a brilliant artist. I'm like, yeah, you can make a pop song that gets stuck in people's heads.
Right.
which is the point
Which
of
is
pop.
the point.
I guess.
Yeah.
I think Rihanna has like truly stunning, beautiful songs, way better than Diamonds. Like the ones that Sia wrote for her. I don't remember which ones those are.
This guy wrote Katy
Perry.
Perry's Teenage Dream.
Again, think about the song now.
You make me
That's
feel like I'm
shitty.
living
That's
a
shitty.
dream.
No, hold on.
Am
really
I
put-
insane? That's like annoying.
TikTok by Kesha.
Okay, that one, brilliant work of art. No, but
then-
all of them are
TikTok,
very,
don't
very
stop.
simple, very like, and again, I'm not saying it's not a banger, I'm not saying it's not catchy, but it's very, very, very simple.
They're childish.
Yes, it is truly like two keys, and it's like,
Like, what did he write? The Hokey Pokey too?
Yeah.
But he did write Dynamite by Tayo Cruz.
You're just proving my point.
How does that one go?
I don't remember.
Oh, you
But it
said
was
it.
a
You said
banger.
it with such confidence.
Because I remember that. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm.
Dynamite.
It's
Because like I remember like I was relatively young when this song was banging at the school dances. You know.
Oh, can I just say? Okay, so
I can't do it.
Times saying, hey,
Oh, yeah.
gotta
Banger.
let go.
It is a banger. It is a banger.
I wanna
But it's-
celebrate and live
It's not like we're hearing any lyrics that we were putting in our Instagram captions or
exactly.
anything.
I'm not putting this in my suicide letter. I'm not killing myself to this song.
Give me some space for both my hands.
Where
hands,
is-
hands, hands,
Can
hands.
Can I say, Ariana Grande's right? Because so what my original point was, all these writers want to become like famous all of a sudden. Like that's my algorithm. Is all of these writers are on TikTok being like, I actually wrote that. It's like, okay, good for you. Like, Ariana Grande's writer, that guy, I'm like, fucking, he has songs that I truly am like, they're very diverse, they're very complex. He wrote he wrote, I would say, the majority of her songs. Can you look up that guy who wrote, I don't know. If you wrote, who wrote God is a Woman, or
And what's that song about? Fucking a woman and then realizing like
she's God,
God.
yeah. He also wrote most of her.
The song was written by Grande, Max Martin.
Max Martin. Sorry.
That's the guy.
No, it's not that guy. It's one more guy. But Max Martin is the
Kotecha?
probably him. I don't know.
Or what about Ricard?
I think it's Ricard.
there's an accent. Gorson.
I think it's
Garcon. Ricard Garcon.
But Max Martin is the greatest pop writer of all time.
Max Martin is?
Yes. He's the Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time. Like, he's truly God among pop writers. What? No, she doesn't write anything.
My world is destroyed.
I think she wrote Oops, I Did It Again.
I doubt it.
I thought the old lady dropped into the ocean at the end. That was definitely her.
Max Martin and this guy, I think they're really, really brilliant pop writers. And Benny Blanco's, it's like, I just don't think he's one of them. He's great, but like he writes bangers, but I'm not like, I don't know. I look at other people's work and I'm like, I look at Avicii.
Yeah. What did he ever write?
He wrote all of the music he produced.
No, he made the music, but he didn't write the songs.
He wrote the melodies.
He wrote the melodies, yeah.
King of the Melody. That's what they called him. Not the King of Pop, not the King of Rock, King of the Melody.
Nice. That's a good thing to be king of.
That's the part that made me cry.
You don't need to fuck
We
any
both
underage
cried
girls.
at Avicii's documentary.
I didn't cry at it, but it got emotional.
Cried.
When his dad was like talking about
Tracking the flights.
So Avicii, for those of you that don't know at home, great, one of the greatest producers of all time. Hannah would say the best.
I would say top 5.
King of the Melody, no sex
of the Melody.
crimes, and that's a good thing to do in music.
Because he was a little
king
bit
of rock,
of
king of pop, king
he
of
loved
R&B.
drugs. He was really into drugs, not raping women. He hadn't gotten to that point
and
yet.
he was like underage for pretty much as long as he could be in music. He died at what age? Like
so young.
23?
I think he was like part of that whatever club. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, 27 Club?
I don't know. Don't quote me.
Okay.
Look up when he died. I know he died on April 20th because that's a cursed day.
Why is it a cursed day?
Oh, it's your birthday. Hitler's birthday, Columbine, BP oil spill, Avicii died.
I think
and
also
my mom would also include marijuana because she loves God.
Is that the day Bob Marley died too?
No.
I think so, actually.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know this one. I thought I knew every cursed thing about April 20th.
That might have I might have made that up.
Oh, no, you lied.
I lied.
He died 2 days ago.
What the fuck? All right, Pete Bob, man. This is horrible news.
Sorry, May 11th.
Damn, yo. He also wrote
Bob
his songs.
Marley just died.
That's crazy.
You thought he was dead years ago? It was 2 days ago.
Damn, I should have caught his concert, yo. All time people that are passed away that I would love to see their concert, Bob Marley's up there for me. He's probably in my top. I would say Bob
Queen.
Marley, James Brown.
Oh, James Brown.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, of course. Queen. You wouldn't put Queen on there? Oh, I would kill.
Queen
I
would
would
be
literally
great.
slit a throat to see Queen.
Would you?
Of course.
And when you picture that throat that you're slitting, what does that person look like?
Fat. A fat person that hates Queen. See, Avicii, like, amazing producer, but wouldn't care to see him live.
Yeah,
he hated
it.
performing. So
Yeah,
and everyone was like his performances were bad. So yeah. The part that I cried at the Avicii documentary, because we were talking about melodies, is when the singer from Wake Me Up, he's driving in his car and he goes, dun, 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 dun. He's like, that's forever. He's like, you might die, but that's forever. And I was like, oh, that killed me.
Do you know Avicii?
Yep.
Do you know that song that she's talking about?
Probably.
So wake me up when it's all over.
Yeah, I do.
When I'm wiser and I'm older.
So good.
All this time. Yeah, just to take a fucking country music singer out of obscurity and just be like, here, be on the #1 song in the world. How about that? And then his daughter's
And
like...
same with it may have been the Hey Brother guy that said it, actually. The Hey Brother.
you might be right.
Both, and because he's like, whatever happens, that melody.
That
is
was the
forever.
country guy.
I love that about
Wake Me Up When It's
art.
All Over was Aloe Black, wasn't it?
No. I think we're switching them.
Oh, shit.
I think Aloe Black is Hey Brother and Wake Me Up. Or are we? Oh, no. You're right. You're right. And the Aloe Black was the one that said it in the car. Yeah, you're right. Aloe Black was Wake Me Up.
Aloe Black, the man.
Great guy.
That's his song. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Can we circle back to pissing on girls for a second? Because P. Diddy's court started today. And
P. Diddy.
and originally, he had been accused of getting a male escort to pee on Cassie, but today it came out in court that she asked the male escort to piss on her.
Yeah, in her mouth apparently.
Well, he said that he's like, I wasn't pissing on her right at first, and so this is what he said. He said, "So
good, we have to quote."
So Cassie was actually the one that asked me to urinate on her. They had just come out of the room, and she asked me if I've ever done it before, and I said no, and she told me to do it, and apparently I was doing it all wrong, because they both stopped me and told me, "Whoa, buddy, it's supposed to just let a little out at the time, not a full stream."
Ew. Yeah, that's interesting. Guys are really normally like sheepish when it comes to pissing on girls.
Yeah, I've tried it. Couldn't get a good stream going.
Yeah, like I've told guys to piss on me and they just like can't. I'm like, fucking pussy.
Yeah, I've when I was trying to piss on a girl and it wasn't you, but same thing. It was only trickling out.
I don't think I ever asked you to piss on me, did I?
We'll move on.
I don't know. Most of our situationship, I was not sober.
Anyways, this girl asked me to piss on her, and I couldn't get a good stream going. And when it was like dribbling out, like she was like looking at me like, "Yeah, you're a pussy for not being able to get a good stream."
Yeah.
And it is funny for the guy that's pissing on the girl to feel more pathetic than the girl getting pissed on.
Yes,
it really flips the script.
Yeah, it really flips it. Yeah. No, because I think like I've asked maybe like I got one guy too, and like he was just like, "I can't do it. Like I can't like think of you that way." And I was like, fucking gay.
I did say no at first to this girl too, but my reasoning was it wasn't about not being able to think about her that way. It was like, if I'm gonna want to fuck this girl again, I don't want to think about my piss being all over her. But then it got to the point where I
think that's it. Like it's like I can't like see you this way again. Yeah. Like I see you as
I don't want to fuck my piss.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck this trash. Like it's something I could do to like some bitch I'm throwing away, but not my girlfriend.
Right. And that's when I decided I will try and piss on her when it was like coming to near the end of our.
Did you?
I tried to, but it didn't come out a good stream. And it wasn't like I was trying to throw her away like trash. This girl had a boyfriend the whole time, and it was just coming to the end of like, you know what I mean? We can't do this forever. That kind of thing.
Oh my God. I pissed on a guy.
And how was that?
Not hot. I was like, because you're like doing it like in the shower, obviously, because you like don't want to make a mess. And then you're like, okay, so now I'm done pissing on you. I guess we'll go fuck. Like, it's like, like, it's not hot.
So you did fuck your piss?
I honestly could not tell you. Maybe.
Did you get a good stream going?
Yeah, like, I have no problem pissing on a guy. I can piss myself right now.
You can piss yourself right now? That might,
yeah.
Can you see your
I might
pants in
have
there?
to leave to go piss.
All this piss talk?
Yeah, it's really making me have to pee.
That would ruin that couch. Now no one would want to sit on that couch.
It's leather. You can sop it up. Leather famously doesn't absorb.
Or if anyone has a big crush on Hannah, hey, we'll put it on Patreon. You can come sit in this chair that she pisses on.
It's a Joe Batello.
We had on one of my old podcasts when Angelica came on, she put a Q-tip in her ear, and we tried to auction that off. Earwax from Angelica.
And?
No takers.
No takers.
So there might be a hotter market for piss, though.
A piss chair.
You don't hear a lot of people having kinks about earwax.
Might, a piss chair might sell.
It might sell.
That was funny when I was on Facebook Marketplace and I saw this chair, and I messaged you. I was like, "Are you selling your chair?" And you're like, "No." I was like, "Take it off Facebook Marketplace, you idiot."
Did you want it?
No, I just thought it was funny because
Okay.
I like scroll Facebook Marketplace for like 5 hours a day, and I came across you selling this chair, and I was like, "You definitely use that chair."
We have one friend. I'm not going to say who it is, but whenever I know he's tight on money. Whenever I see him start auctioning off all his stuff on Facebook Marketplace,
that's so funny.
Just like 4 a.m. and there's a drum set on there, and I'm like, "Oh, what the hell's going on in this guy's life?"
Yeah, I don't know who. Do I know it? Him?
Yeah, it's a good friend. One of the best.
That would auction a drum set at 4 a.m.
Well, don't even guess. We're gonna keep it.
I know.
moving.
I'm just trying to think who we know that plays drums.
But
is tight on cash a lot.
But speaking on the differences between guys and girls, pissing and pissers and pissies, we saw me and Hannah share a lot of reels on Instagram, and one of the ones that I showed you recently, we're real friends.
Real bad man.
Oh, I get it.
Nice. So one of the ones was recently a guy caught his girlfriend cheating, and he wanted to expose her in front of all his friends. That it looked like an anniversary party.
This one was so
or
lame.
a birthday. And guys just can't do that. Like a girl can set a guy up and be like, I'm gonna embarrass you for getting caught cheating on me. But when a guy catches a girl and tries to embarrass her in front of everyone, he ends up just looking like an idiot himself.
Yeah.
Also, bad execution on that catching. Because if he was gonna do it in front of everyone, have
the proof.
Have a big screen that's gonna show.
Yeah, because he just ended up looking bad for the people who like didn't know if she was like cheating or not. Like obviously, because her friends in the video were like, he knows. I was
and some were like, what is going on?
But like most of the people were like, what is going on?
Yeah, right.
But her friend, like you could hear two of her friends in the background were like, he knows.
There was like some ants in the room. You could hear like old ladies being like, is this a joke? And they're like, no, I think he's serious.
That was so lame.
And what he should have done, if you're gonna catch somebody cheating like that, like have like a beautiful slideshow up, and like have it unsuspectingly just transition into her sexting with the guy or whatever, however he caught her, because he was like saying stuff like he's like, I know how many Plan Bs you took with that guy, and he has a skinny dick, and I'm not afraid of it.
He said that.
Yeah. I saw his skinny dick
for his like his own birthday or something. That's lame. But I messaged you. I was like, yeah, just like fuck other girls. That's how you handle that situation.
Yeah, you just gotta drown yourself in pussy.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, I knew you were cheating, and then ride
it out that way. Like, don't even break up with her just until she catches you cheating.
Yeah.
But he has like daughters and stuff, so I guess he doesn't want to look like the bad guy.
But like that's how a man has to get back. If a woman's cheating, he has to drown himself in pussy while they're still together. That's the only way you can like get back at her properly, and then also like ruin her financially would be the other thing. But like doing that is like lame.
I saw another person trying to ruin an ex financially. This girl, she's 26 years old, and she's suing her boyfriend that she was with since 21. I think they did get married. She's suing him for wasting her life.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. She's like, she wasted the best. What she said? She met him when she was 20. And he wasted her youth. Her lawsuit claims emotional distress, lost opportunities, and being misled during her prime years.
People in America have like nothing to do.
Also, ladies, I think your prime doesn't stop at 26. It stops at like 33. All right.
35.
What do you think prime stops at? Honestly.
Prime
years. You're a woman. You don't want to waste them. When are these years?
I guess to like 30, probably.
Fair. So I gave you an extra 3 because I'm a gentleman.
Okay.
If you had to make a case against one of your exes to get time back,
it would be the Dutch ex.
How many years was that?
It was like 3.5 years, but it was like the years that like, when did I meet him? When I was like 29. So like, and I... like it was always like, are we gonna have kids? Like if we were gonna have kids or not was like a huge thing.
Right.
So and like like we broke up. Like it was always like he kind of didn't want to, and I wanted to. So like him like taking those years from me and then being like, actually, Jay, like I think I technically ended it, but like those are prime baby years. And so now they're gone, and like me being the one that wanted babies and me being the one on the timeline, and now he's out of the picture.
Does he have any kids?
No, I don't think his sperm works either. Sorry to like out him or whatever, but he I don't think his sperm works.
How do you think that? How do you figure?
He had a thing when he was younger. And like I think his like sperm is like messed up. Which is annoying because I did take Plan B with him, and I'm like, I didn't have to do that. I could have just let him blow loads in me for like 3 years, but no.
Yeah, I think like I wonder about mine sometimes because my cum used to shoot out really far, and now it just drops
that does
right out.
not.
And I just wonder.
Yeah, but your sperm still works.
Yeah, but how's it gonna reach
his
the
was
egg
like a medical
fucking
thing.
You know what I mean? It used to. It would go right through. You know what I mean? It needs a little.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it was like better before, but like guys' sperm works until you die. That's like the annoying part about men.
That our sperm works till we die?
Yeah, because then you just fuck younger and younger women, and like old women are just tossed to the side, and because we're useless and we have no fertility left.
And that's annoying about men?
Yeah.
Why we didn't create this?
Well, you created the patriarchy. So, yeah, actually you did.
The patriarchy made women not be able to get pregnant longer? I don't think so.
No, but the patriarchy made women useless after they can no longer get pregnant. And now I have no use on this earth. Hit me up for comedy, though. That's my...
Damn.
That's my focus now that I can no longer bear children, most likely. 35. I don't
You're
know.
good. Yeah.
Some women can have children until they're 40, but then they come out like, retarded or whatever.
No. I think, yeah. My twin niece and nephew, they were born out of 40.
Really?
40, yeah.
Okay, but that kind of doesn't give me hope because she had a kid before that.
Oh, once you pop, you just can't stop?
Once you pop, I think your other babies are more likely. I don't know if this is true, but I think it is. You're more likely to keep having babies, and they're going to be easier and kind of healthier, I think. So it's really hard to get pregnant the first time if you're older. But if you've already like popped a couple out, you can kind of just keep popping them out. Like once you have a baby, I don't know why, but your body like really wants to get pregnant again.
Yeah.
But there was a huge gap in between, right?
There was.
So I guess that's good because your niece and nephew are fucking adorable and clever.
Yeah, shout out to them.
They're very funny.
And
They're fun to be around.
Great couple of
They're
kids.
a great hang.
Great hang. Great personalities. There's a couple of kids where I know like a lot of people are mixed up with their genders these days and don't really know what they want to be.
They are not.
They were born like the girl is a fucking girl and the boy's a boy.
Yeah.
He's hunting and fucking playing sports and she's wearing pink and playing with dolls.
She loves Pink and Taylor Swift.
You want to give her some fake makeup? She'll play with it all day.
Yeah.
You want to hand him a truck? He'll fucking have fun with that all day.
Yeah, and they just inherently go that way.
Yeah, we had one of my aunts that's a bit of a alcoholic. She saw that they went hunting recently, and she reached out to my cousin, being like, "Oh, hunting's bad. I'm a vegetarian now." And she's like, "I haven't talked to you in 3 years, and you're fucking." You got 7 DUIs and you cheat on your husband. So let's not talk about morality right now. That same aunt.
She'd rather your niece and nephew get behind their fucking go-kart drunk than go hunting.
This aunt, like when we were kids,
oh my God.
She used to take like all the kids around in her car, and she would do this thing where she like keeps like slamming on the brakes, and like everyone like jerks forward. And
a fun game though,
which we thought was like so fun as kids. But then like when I grew up, I realized that she was just driving drunk all the time, which is.
Yeah, I can imagine your cousin, the way she handled that conversation.
Oh, she hated it.
Yeah, she'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. She's fun. I like your cousins a lot.
Yeah, and that same aunt, when my so little family drama, there was 2 aunts and uncle that cut off my granny.
Really?
Okay, so this is the story. So they got sat at the wrong table at my sister's wedding. And they got really upset.
Crying.
And they got really upset about it, and they left the wedding huffing and puffing.
At your sister's wedding?
At my sister's wedding.
What were they sad about?
So it was supposed to be them, their kids, the couple Irish aunt and uncle.
They were sad
and their
about
kids.
seating.
But then the Irish aunt and uncle got there and was like, "We're gonna switch tables. We're gonna leave our kids at this table, and we're gonna add 2 more kids at this table." So when the Canadian aunt and uncle got there, they're like, "We're sitting at a table with all kids. This is disrespect." So they left the wedding. Now a month later, my dad left my mom, and they sent my mom an email being like, "Hey, I heard what happened with your husband, but you still owe us an apology for sitting us at the wrong table." And my mom was just like, "What the fuck?" So my mom.
It wasn't even their wedding.
Well, it was my
your sister's wedding.
Yeah, so my mom's.
So why does she owe an apology? Because your sister.
So then, they cut us off, but then they cut off my granny for not forcing my mom to apologize because my granny is the matriarch of the family. And then my drunk aunt got involved and was like, she was hitting up the mayor of Orangeville, where they live, on Facebook, being like, "You need to look into these guys for elderly abuse.
You need to look in this seating plan of this wedding and tell me if it makes any sense to you."
They said it's elderly abuse that she's not letting them see the grandkids. And and on my granny's deathbed, I hope whatever, if they listen to this, I haven't talked to them in 20 years now. On my granny's deathbed, she's like, "I want you to drive me to their house, and I want to kill them."
Hilarious.
If I had a gun, I want to shoot Greg and I want.
Fuck it. Name them Greg and fuck you.
Well, her name is Karen, which is
Karen.
funny.
Oh,
She
Karens are
was being a
bad.
Karen
It is
before
crazy that like everyone's like, oh, I'm a Karen. It's like, but you are a Karen. Weddings really bring out the worst in people.
Yeah, you got a wedding story?
Just like, okay, but first of all, everyone always goes on about the seating at weddings. I'm like, I've been sat, like sometimes I get sat at like the dog shit table at weddings, and I'm like, I just gotta deal with it, you know? I just gotta be the light among this fucking like, you know, thrift bin of leftover people that they didn't know where to put.
Right. You sat me in a corner with all these losers.
Yeah,
Watch
and it's
us
like,
turn up.
and you know what? I be the change you want to see in the world, Nelson Mandela. And so I totally, like, if someone's like mad about where they're sitting at a wedding, you have to just figure it out.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Sometimes you're like looking over at the table that's having the most fun. And you're like, I wish I was that table.
Oh,
Too bad. You gotta be that change at your table. And I think we both are famously great at weddings.
Are we?
I don't know. You're good at weddings, aren't you?
I'm all right at weddings. I wouldn't say I'm like the fucking king of the night or anything, but I have fun.
I have a lot of fun at weddings. I'll definitely be like doing very silly dances, slutty dances, whatever the dance for calls
Whatever
for.
it needs. If it needs a slut right now,
me to do like a lap dance on the bride, I've done it. If
Really?
Yeah. Like if it's just
Which
like,
wedding is that?
it was a fun, like it was just like,
Not a family one, I guess.
No, it was a friend's wedding. But people were just like, it was like the end of the, whatever. It was like, we needed more fun on the dance floor. So it was like, I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't naked or anything, but yeah, I was like fucking crawling over to the bride, like giving her a lap dance, having fun. We were like, we were popping off, you know? Yeah, I've been, you know what? I once got my Dutch ex and me, we broke up as I was on my way to a wedding. I was in the car with all the bridesmaids on my way to a wedding, and we broke up over text. And I just like put my phone away. And like I hung my head back and I was just weeping in the back seat, like with my head back. And I was like, you need to compartmentalize yourself right now because one of your besties is about to get married. You're in the wedding. And I just like dried my eyes and was like, this weekend's not about me. It's about Michelle. And I just like figured it out. I was like, you have to be the most fun. It doesn't matter that you just had your heart broken over text.
It's just one of those days.
But I did, me and my two friends were sharing a hotel room. And like when we went to drop our bags off, the like door closed and I just like wept on the bed. And they're like,
Are you good?
Yeah, are you good? Like they had no idea what was happening. I was like, I'm single, and they're like, okay. And then but the rest of the wedding, I think I was very fun.
Did you fuck somebody at the wedding?
No, but I was all up in with the cousins. The cousins are always a good time at a wedding. So we were like getting high outside. I think people were racing each other outside. Two boys. You know, boys are always like, I'm faster. No, I'm faster. No matter how old they are.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing that. We were doing that.
2 days ago.
Yeah,
Was it?
I was trying to get Zeus to race me.
Exactly. No matter what age boys are, one thinks they're faster than the other.
I was thinking about doing my own spin on comedians in cars getting coffee and just doing comedians in alleys racing me.
That's good.
And I just do a little
An
3-minute chit chat with them and then fucking race them.
It'd be sick
And
if
I
you-
would be there getting high, cheering you guys on.
There you go.
Being like, you got this, to both sides. You got this. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You can be the flag girl.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Hottest girl, flag girl.
Okay, we'll need a hotter girl then. Are you fast? Do you think you can beat me in a race?
No, I wasn't. I was never good at sprinting. I was good at long distance. I would always do
I
long
can't do
distance.
long distance.
No shit.
Oh shit!
You just called me not hot enough to be the flag girl for your alley race, so fuck you.
I've seen some hot girls in that alley. That is a pretty hot alley.
Yeah.
That's one alley that hot girls walk down. Actually,
Yeah.
I won't even say where it is on this podcast just because it'll draw too much.
Ugly girl attention. The
gonna
ugly girls will come running.
Well, if they believe in themselves, you know what I mean? These days.
Yeah, and if they did a bit of running, maybe they'd get hotter.
I would probably sue my ex for getting me fat.
Okay. What ex are you pinning this on?
The one that I was with for years. Like
Guy who's been single and fat for years.
So I was with her for like 6 years, and at the beginning of it, I worked at a gym. I was in very good shape.
Okay.
And by the end of it, I was not.
But is this the ex that you were engaged to?
Yeah.
The one that was famously very into fitness?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got too comfortable.
Wow, what a bitch.
I got too comfortable.
Oh, because she still loved you? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Suing someone for loving you while you were fat. You should have hated me. You should have hated the sight of me, and yet you loved me. How dare you?
Yeah. Honestly,
Fair enough.
People get comfortable in relationships.
I know. That's the thing is like, because I'm 35 and I'm still like working out. By the way, I am fat this week because I have been sick. So I've just been eating and not working out. But I have been like working out almost every day. And I'm like, fuck. I look at my friends that are all pregnant and fat. No offense. I love you guys. But like, I want that. Like, I want to trap a husband and just get fat and ugly. You know?
Is that what you would do? Would you just let it all go?
If we both did together, that'd be great.
You just want to get fat with a guy.
Yeah, just disgusting. And just like be like, yeah, this is us.
I mean, I do think fat and ugly people look happy together. And sometimes
they last forever.
Yeah. When it's like, there's nothing else out there for us.
Yeah,
so like,
you
let's
can't.
just chill.
Anytime a guy
What kind
or a
of
girl
Doritos
is
do you
like
want tonight,
working,
baby?
yeah, whenever people are like working on themselves in a relationship, I'm like, you're trying to cheat.
Right.
That was, remember, we have a friend that was like fostering dogs. He's married and he fosters dogs. I'm like, why is he still trying to fuck? Like, why are you being a good person, you know? Just like give it up. Just eat Doritos, watch TV. You don't need to foster dogs. You don't need to work out.
I forget who we're talking about here.
There's another comedian.
Okay, well, tell me after. My dad stayed in great shape and he
Exactly.
cheated. Yeah, he was like really trying
Red flag. Taking care of yourself in a relationship, red flag.
for real. Like when it's too much. Like if
Yeah.
it's like if you have abs in your fucking 50s or 60s, like there's no need to be in that good of shape. Like you gotta fucking chill at some point.
I do think like obviously like being in like okay shape is great. Like my parents are like in okay shape their whole life. And they
Right.
love each other to death.
If
But
you had
they're
to-
not like stunning.
Who would be more shocking that they cheated? Mom or dad?
My mom.
It'd be shocking, eh?
Well, it would be shocking for both of them, but my mom for sure.
So being a slut doesn't run in the family. That's not you didn't get that hand me down from mom.
No, I think it skipped a generation.
Oh, your grandma.
Huge slut.
Damn. Oh my God! I can't wait to fuck.
I feel like all of my ancestors like. Okay, can I tell you this though?
Yes.
And I really have to pee. It is weird because my dad's side of the family is white trash. Like if you go through him and his 3 siblings, they are fucking like white trash.
Okay.
But like it started with them, and I find that so odd. Like my Oma and Opa were just Dutch immigrants that moved to Canada and settled in Toronto. And it's so interesting that it's all 4 of them. And I'm like, what caused that? I think about it a lot.
When they moved to Canada, they moved to what city?
Toronto.
Toronto. And they looked around and they said, we can be trash here, I guess. I don't know.
But I don't think they were. Like, my Oma and Opa lived a very Dutch lifestyle. Like, they lived a very immigrant lifestyle. So, like, however you picture, like, even like a Greek or British or whatever immigrant, like, living in Toronto, kind of that very, like, they took what they knew from Europe and they brought it to Toronto and they kind of held on to it as tight as possible. My Oma and Opa did that. They spoke Dutch to them. They were, like, just straight up, like, Dutch people. And all 4 of them turned that into white trash. And it's like, why did Dutch in Toronto equal white trash? And I'm talking like living in trailers, teen pregnancy, like all the typical
You had
like
some teen pregnancy with the aunt and uncles?
and next generation teen pregnancy, like multiple generation teen pregnancy.
Damn.
Teen
So it's like-
pregnancy begets teen pregnancy.
But also they were, but like why would it start? from two very strict religious Dutch,
Well,
European.
I think that's.
But for all four of them to do it?
Strict religious sometimes does lead to being.
White trash, though? I know it leads to rebellion, but
Rebellion
all
and teen
four
pregnancy,
white like living in the country, tons of dogs, like kind of like every single like milestone of white trash, they hit it, smoking, drinking, whatever, racist, like they hit them all. Not my family, don't worry. My dad, but my dad kind of, he was on the I think he was on the verge of like that, and my mom, because she met him when they were like 18, she was like, no, like this isn't for us.
Fair. So your mom's the only not trash person in your family?
Well, she's not from my dad's family.
Oh, your dad's side.
This is my dad's side.
So
And
your mom
she
got him
saved my mom. Or she saved my dad from being, because the rest of my family on that side is, like, I grew up hating them because they were just garbage.
Yeah. Are you not?
No offense to anyone that's watching.
Are they in your life still? Or are you?
Barely.
Okay.
Because, like, some of them are, but, like, I don't know. They just truly, like, I grew up way closer to my mom's side because they were just like normal people.
Okay.
And my dad's side, like every time we got together, I was just like, you guys are trash. You are, like, but to me, very odd that it just started out of nowhere.
I guess it was all one generation. They just passed it on.
Someone has
Pretty
a
much.
joke that they're like first generation white trash. I'm like, that's my dad's side of the family. How does it start though? Like, how does that just start?
How does white trash start?
It just started.
Environment.
I guess, but they
grew up.
But like in my mind, I was like, I guess it was the schooling. Like, what? Because it wasn't my Oma and Opa.
No.
Like my Oma and Opa were just
already
European
formed people.
They were just but yeah. So like, what made them that way?
Toronto.
TV was it that? It may have been.
Toronto made them trash.
I guess.
Is Toronto known for white trash though?
Maybe their neighborhood. That's the closest I've ever come
Were they
to
in
a
Toronto?
theory.
Toronto, like downtown Toronto? Or were
No,
they-
it wouldn't have been downtown. It was probably
Which
like,
borough was it?
I would say probably. I actually don't know, but I'm guessing probably north. North
Were
or
they
west.
living amongst other Dutch people, or were they living with just Toronto people?
I think they were just living with Toronto people. So then, you're right. Probably the Toronto people were raising them
Yeah, I mean,
more than
you
their own parents were raising them.
Yeah, if you're out in the Toronto streets, you know.
Wow,
Yeah, if you
that
don't-
probably was it. They were just being raised by the streets, and whatever the street was at the time, which was the 60s,
Right.
was gonna influence who they became as people. But they all did turn into trash. And then my dad was like probably on that road, but met my mom in high school. And my mom was like, "No, sweetie, like we're gonna be educated." And
She whipped him into shape.
yeah,
And look at him now.
he's a good man.
Good man, good shape, not cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
Way to go, Mr. Valdoon. Breaking the family curse. No teen
Kind of.
pregnancy.
Yeah, I do kind of think that. Like
What,
he
what
kind
age did
of
they
like
have your oldest brother at?
young, but they were married young. They married them. My mom was married at like 19.
Damn.
Yeah, and they're still together, still in love.
Damn.
I think my
And
dad
was she
like
pregnant?
20. No, they were good Christians. But what?
A lot of good Christians do it that way. As soon as they get pregnant, they're like,
then
we,
they're not good Christians.
we got to get married so that
What?
God doesn't send us to hell.
Yeah, so they're bad Christians.
And the family doesn't
That's fine.
think we're embarrassing.
No, they got married after. They got married, or they got pregnant a few years after.
One of my cousins, when she already had a kid, got married, and the priest was like, I guess you're allowed to kiss the bride now, even though it looks like you already did that.
That's what the audience did.
Yeah. I love when priests throw a joke. And I remember at an African wedding, the preachers really go nuts on that because they can marry whatever. And so he had like an ex-wife in the crowd. I didn't know that at the time, but when he was giving like his little spiel, he's like, yeah, I hope you guys, this marriage lasts forever. Unlike some people in this room. And he was like, his ex-wife was there with like a new guy. And he was like trying to like make her look bad.
Wow. Maybe not the time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh,
I have to pee so
think he was
bad.
drinking too. Okay, do you have,
Can I?
can we just finish? We have two.
Oh,
we can finish. Yeah.
How
Just,
many minutes?
Like less than 6. We got 2 little segments.
Okay, fine.
First segment, we're gonna do.
But just know I'm thinking about peeing this entire time.
All right, first segment. We're gonna breeze through them. Thanks for being on the show here today, Hannah.
Of course.
You've never listened to the show before. We do have 2 segments that we like.
No,
to close
one
out
you
with here.
read about Bible verse.
That's the final one. But before we do that, we do a animal fun fact of the day. I used to have a sound
That's
effect that does that. But
Jam fucking a dog.
do you have any? What's your favorite animal? Make the noise that they make.
Oh my god, what noise?
Is penguin your favorite animal?
Yeah. Remember?
All right.
Remember? I put my penguin up against your orangutan.
All right. I do remember, but we never released that episode. That sounds like something. It could be a double entendre. Remember that time I put my penguin up against your orangutan? That was a wild night.
Hell yeah. No, for who got to go on Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
And I still think penguin should go on over orangutan.
That was a tough one for me to battle against because they're in my top 5 favorite animals. Too.
I know.
Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur.
Oh.
I mean, that makes sense.
Why? If you
Like-
shave them down, they'll still be striped?
Well, like their skin is different colors and then their hair is different colors. So why wouldn't that be the same for animals?
But if I have a birthmark on my neck, I have a birthmark on my neck. It looks like a hickey. Some people, they always go, hey,
not their
somebody been
birthmark,
biting on your
though.
neck. If I scrape my skin off, I don't
Some
think I'd have a
people,
birthmark
though, no.
under it.
Some people, if they have like a skin thing
Yep.
in their
Yep.
hair,
Then the hair
might
grows
go
a different
gray.
color. Yep.
Oh, I have seen that. All right, so
Yeah.
we're all a little bit tigers.
My friend's name was Tiger growing up.
What is
changed
it now?
He changed it to Colin.
What a lame
What?
fuck.
He
Why?
legally changed it to Colin?
Yeah, when he was like 6.
What are you going to start calling yourself? Colin. Okay. What
Colin was a
terrible
cool name
choice.
back then.
I have a best friend named
Yes,
Colin.
over Tiger?
One of my best friends' name's Colin. I respect the name, but I'm just saying, like, Tiger is a sick name.
Yeah.
Like-
Colin Woods. No one is cheering for him.
You know his real name?
No.
Eldrick.
Oh.
Tiger.
No, his real name is Tiger, dude.
No, his real name's Eldrick.
I gotta pee.
His real name's Eldrick.
Okay,
You're
great.
lying. I'm not even gonna Google this.
I'm not lying. I'm
Don't-
Tiger.
Don't.
Do you have
ruin
a
my-
Bible verse?
I'm not lying. I'm Tiger.
Oh my god, go. Gotta go.
No, his real
Gotta
name's
go.
Eldrick. I'll bet you 100. I'll bet you your paycheck this week.
I'm about to run
I don't
out of
gamble.
here.
You don't want the last final.
I have to pee, so like, yeah, Tiger, Eldrick, amazing.
All right, so this is where we turn to a random page in the Bible and find out what God has in store for us. Sometimes it really applies to the episode. Today, I don't even remember what we talked about. We'll see if it applies. For great are your judgments and hardly to be described. Therefore, the unruly souls were wrong. For when the lawless thought to enslave the holy nations, shackled with darkness, fettered by the long night, they lay confined beneath their own roofs as exiles.
We did judge
From
a lot of people this
The
episode.
eternal providence.
Okay, amazing. So what that Bible verse told me is
Yeah.
we're right. They're like, you were right. All your judgments were right. Okay, I have to
It's
pee
okay
so
to judge.
bad.
Just shout out what you want people to know about you
I
before
guess
you go.
just like shout out my own comedy. If you want to come see me, I'm pretty fucking funny, I think. And follow
What's-
me on
what's your-
Instagram,
yeah.
Hannah Veldoon at gmail.com.
That's your Instagram? Hannah Veldoon at gmail.com. Look her up, guys. Send her an email.
Send me a dick pic, please.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it for this episode. Dante, shout your shit out.
You can follow me online at Shedante, CHEZDANTE. Follow your boy.
And that's it for us, guys. You can follow me at James. Come on now. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Uncut Jams.
Real bad man.
Out in the street, they call it
Uncut Jams.